If you're a Celsius user or a Celsius token holder, you'll want to hear this. So new reports have been announced the Celsius network is in a way worse situation than we all thought. Everyone so far has believed that Celsius has had outstanding debt to depositors, which is around the $1.2 billion mark. But since then, it's actually increased to more than double at $2.8 billion, according to the filing submitted to the US bankruptcy court in New York. So from a couple $1,000s within Celsius, I guess I can say bye-bye to that. On top of that, there's some pretty interesting headlines going on in the crypto world for today, including Michael Burry coming in talking about how he sold off most of his positions and what this means for us investors. Now, before we get started though, into the meat of the content, if you guys do appreciate daily market updates just like this, be sure to like this video down below, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and let's hop into the computer and see what's happening for today. All right, so the global crypto market cap for today sitting at $1.14 trillion. It's down a slight amount, not a huge decrease. It's seen a little less volume today in the markets though, but Bitcoin has slithering under the $24,000 level. Ethereum is now under $1,900, and we're seeing a bunch of the other altcoins within the market having a mixed day. The big winners today, believe it or not, is actually going to be Dogecoin, still up about 9%, Chili's up about 7%, EOS is back on the top gainers for the day, and if we go into some of the biggest losers, Celsius is actually having a bit of a pullback within that short squeeze that we've experienced since the start of last week. Now, aside from the crypto markets, the US markets are looking fairly neutral today, with S&P 500 down about 0.2%, the Dow Jones up 0.5%, the NASDAQ also down about 0.8% as well. Now, going back into Bitcoin on the 4-hour charts, Bitcoin's RSI is actually showing a 41, which is nearing oversold territory. And since Bitcoin's dropped this morning below the $24,000 price range, it looked to find support at the blue line or the 100 EMA. Keep in mind, the 100 EMA is near our ascending trend line. So if that support level doesn't hold, we will want to see that yellow line in place on your screen, holding up Bitcoin's price instead. So Bitcoin is still over the 200 moving average, but it's getting a bit close to it. And right now, the current price of Bitcoin's 200 moving average is still around $23,000. Now, as long as Bitcoin is able to hold the 200 moving average for the weekly price, it wouldn't be a bad thing for the price to drop and touch that support level. But on the contrary, I would actually see it as a good thing for Bitcoin's long-term recovery if the price drops, retest the support level, and hold above it. This here would pretty much confirm the strength of that support level and set the tone for Bitcoin's rebound, where we can see a little bit better price action happening within the course of the next few weeks. Now, for some reason, if you have not heard about the news, before we get into Celsius, got to talk about Michael Burry. He was the investor from the Big Short. He was the one that was able to catch on to the first big market crash happening earlier before. And Michael Burry is actually back in the news, where his hedge fund, Scion Asset Management, went ahead and liquidated 12 positions and kept only a single stock GEO. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me repost one of the memes about this. It's really interesting. So pretty much, if you didn't know, GEO is actually a private prison and mental health facility. There are some people right now who are correlating Michael Burry's bet on the fact that the IRS is going to be hiring a whole bunch of agents. The IRS had made a job posting on their official website, which later they took down, but they require that the IRS agents be like being able to hold some weapons, being able to hold some guns. They may be knocking down people's doors. So it looks like right now, the speculative bet that Burry is placing is similar to what he saw with the mortgage market in the mid-2000s, where right now he might think that the IRS is going to be coming for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be going to jail, and thus, therefore, he's going to be putting his money into a lot of these private prison facilities and trying to make his money back. Now, since then, over the past 5 days, the stock has shot up about 17%, sitting at $7.89. Now, if you are trying to make some bets and follow along Mr. Burry right here, you could go ahead and pick one of these stocks up too. At the moment, for me, I'm going to be keeping my eye out on it just to see what may happen, because it may not even be related to what's going on with the IRS or the recent tax bill, but this could also be due to the fact that if we're in a recession, usually we are able to see more mental health issues and also crimes happen just because people really aren't in a good state of mind, and recessions have not been good historically before in the past. So that could be another theory on why he's actually betting alongside a company just like this. But when we get information like this, it is definitely interesting to take note. Now, going back to the title of this video with regards to Celsius, Celsius right now. According to Celsius's latest Chapter 11 documents, the crypto lender will run out of money by October of this year. And the forecast here predicts that Celsius will continue to report a negative cash flow and by October completely run out of money. So over the next 3 months, the company is expected to accumulate a negative net cash flow of $137 million. And what's completely strange just about this entire situation is the fact that Celsius, quote, operates as one of the largest mining enterprises in the United States, end quote, and there were plans to use these existing funds to import even more Bitcoin mining rigs to increase their current cash flow. But as you guys know, right now they're filing for bankruptcy and they're reporting that negative cash flow. So where was that money going to head? Was that supposed to help out the hole that they're in? There's definitely a lot more questions that are coming up about now. Now, I'm not personally sure if Celsius is going to be able to make a comeback after their bankruptcy, and it's going to be challenging for them to regain the trust of the crypto community. I know personally for me, the moment they allow some withdrawals to happen, like we've seen with Voyager, I'm pulling my money out. I'm disconnecting any bank accounts. I'm not going to have any kind of ties with my own personal assets with this exchange. Now, the Celsius token, like I mentioned earlier, is currently down about 20% in the past 24 hours. And at this time, there are a lot of people who believe that Celsius could still make a full recovery. Some people are betting on the future that they're going to be able to get through this. But at the same time, it looks like the momentum right now on that short squeeze is lowering just a bit. And a lot of people are feeling a bit more bearish on the entire network and the token themselves. For me, if you guys are playing the Celsius trade, please be careful, just because right now I do think the cards are stacked against you and you're betting on a company that has pretty much negative money on a token related to that exchange. So if you are playing a little bit of the short squeeze, there's some degen moves, nothing wrong with that. Your boy, AMC GME, I still got flashbacks of that. But one of the biggest learning lessons that I wish I kept in mind was to make sure I took profits out. Yeah. Just take profits, move forward. Now, in terms of another headline, one of Brazil's largest brokerages, XP, went ahead and launched its crypto trading branch, XStage, through a new partnership with the NASDAQ. Now, keep in mind, XMP, if you did not know, has a customer base of over 3.5 million users that now have access to buy, sell, and hodl Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I haven't been covering stories from abroad recently. I think focusing mainly on what's going on within the US is usually what people are a bit more attentive to. You have to note that this is huge news for both the crypto community and Brazil, because Brazil has been heavily into crypto, but there's also been a lot of regulation coming from their government. There's even talks of their own CBDC coming out soon, which is their crypto native government token. But if this news is indeed true, which sounds like it's playing out, Brazil could be the next powerhouse that could bring some life back into the crypto markets. Brazil is the world's 5th largest country by area, and they border every country in the continent except for just a few like Ecuador and Chile, making them the center of trade within South America. So with crypto adoption on the rise in Brazil, I do hope that other countries around them may follow suit, and this will bring more global adoption. We need global adoption. We need more players, just because I do think a lot of the bigger institutional investors, or even just everyday Joes like you and I, we're feeling the burnout, okay? We're still getting hit within the bear market paralysis right now. So if we're able to get some other countries with a little bit of money, a couple million people still begin to add up. All right, so that is gonna be today's market update. I mean, really not much, still just, within a market, we're seeing a little bit of a healthy pullback. I do hope that we can see some excitement brewing up by the end of this week. But as you guys know, the markets tend to do what the markets tend to do. What does that mean? It literally does whatever it feels like. You can have like a quote on that. We can tattoo that or something. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy today's market update, thank you, first of all, for watching today's video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, throw down the comment word for today, and that is going to be Sunji. Also, some of you guys may realize that I sometimes do like weird words. I just like seeing how y'all spell these things. It's how you get creative. Sometimes there are funny comments. It brings a little smile to my face. Other than that, please make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you somehow haven't done so already, and be sure to check out the links down below in the description for our exchange, Binance. So Binance is the largest cryptocurrency trading platform in the world. It's designed for intermediate to advanced level traders. With them, you can also get a pretty ridiculous sign-up bonus of $600 if you complete all their tasks using my link down below in the description. So if you're based out of the US, use Binance.us. If you are global, anywhere else in the world, be sure to check out the other link as well. Now, thank you all so much again for watching. Enjoy your day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.